singer. Oh my god.
Love singing with me.
And welcome to Unfiltered Spotlight, where we went together and we pushed the culture pretty much with this segment. We try to, highlight different businesses, entrepreneurship in the area of 434, but no area is excluded. But today I have my bro here, Trey, with us. He go by many names, so I let him introduce himself to y'all.
Well, my government name is Brandon Scott, but if you know me, you know me by Trey. I am from the 434 area, Farmville, Virginia, to be specific, and I appreciate you having me here, though.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
For sure.
Oh, yeah, so, just tell them a little bit about your background and, your current career and everything like that.
Okay, so I guess I can start with high school. I went to Prince Edward, graduated in 2017. Then I went on to George Mason University. I got my degree in athletic training, and now I currently work at Longwood University as an athletic trainer. And I'm also one-third owner of the Fit Academy here in Farmville, Virginia, along with my partners Tim Evan and Brandon Moon. And yeah, really anything fitness, sports performance related, or sports medicine related, that's within my field. So that's me.
Yeah, that's dope. And before we get into all the fitness and everything, tell us you say you went to George Mason. Tell us about the college experience. Like how you like that?
Honestly, Mason, or really just the city, like Fairfax is totally different from Farmville, bro. Like
I bet.
Being in Farmville is like the country. It's small town vibes. You know everybody there. No traffic. Gas is reasonably priced compared to up there and things like that. Cost of living is a lot different. So really just like when I went up there at 18 years old, it was really like a whole new world. It was a totally different experience. I had never lived in the city before or even, dealt with people who have lived in the city, their different cultures and things of that nature.
Right.
Mason's a very big school. It's very diverse. And it's not like one of those diversities where it's just like a pamphlet with a few white people, a few black people, maybe a few Asian people. It's like literally everybody at Mason. Anybody from any other countries in Africa and Europe and all over the U.S., Canada, like it's people from literally everywhere at Mason. So it really gave me like a great perspective on different cultures and just blending in with a lot of different people in many different rooms, people from various socioeconomic statuses and et cetera, et cetera. So it was really it was a great experience. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to school because the way my bank account is set up, I don't know about that, but I mean, honestly, like the college experience was good. I met a lot of good people that I'm still friends with today, that I communicate with as well. So really, it was worth the time.
That's what's up. So did you go to Mason just to get away from Farmville, or
Absolutely.
was it mainly the program, athletic program that they had there?
Absolutely, I did get away from Farmville.
Gotcha.
I applied to like many schools. Like I applied for UVA, I got accepted there. To JMU, got accepted there. VCU got accepted there as well. Longwood here, I got accepted there. But it was just like I didn't want to go to any of those schools because like they were missing one thing, and really I think the one thing that was missing was just like everything all in one. I had opportunities to run track at Mason. I had the opportunity to still get the education that I wanted within the major that I wanted at other schools that I didn't have.
Right.
And then two, I still had family in that Northern Virginia area. So I was away from home, but I also still had family if I needed them there.
Yeah.
So that's really why I chose to go to Northern Virginia. And honestly, I think it was the best decision.
I respect that, honestly. I decided to stay in town, but Longwood was different though. If you actually just focus on being on campus and not worry about everything outside of campus, it actually feel like it's a different city. Honestly,
I mean, that's true.
When you block out everything, not pay attention to the people that you know in town and everything like that.
All the locals.
All the locals. You know what I'm saying? They call it's weird because they be like the locals. I'm like, Nick, I'm local. I'm local, man.
That's my cousin over there.
That's my cousin. Literally, every time they see somebody, oh yeah, how you know I'm there? Yeah, that's my cousin.
That's my cousin.
You know everybody in town, man. But that's what's up. So how you get on this this fitness? How you get into fitness?
I like to think of it as falling in my lap, but I don't necessarily know if it actually fell in my lap because I was an athlete coming out of high school. I stopped running track though because I kind of fell through at Mason, and then I started working at the gym on campus. and they had like a personal training class that they was offering, and it was like $200. I'm like, oh, for real? Like, I can learn to be a personal trainer and then get paid for doing stuff that I'm already doing anyway, because I was still working out. So I really just learned the science and learned the skill behind being a personal trainer.
Right.
And I really just supplemented everything that I was learning in the classroom. So it was kind of like a win-win. So I don't know if it was like fate or if it kind of fell in my lap, or was it me just recognizing the opportunity and taking it there. So, I mean, I invested my money, I invested my time, and then boom, there it is. And it's just been, on the roll ever since.
That's what's up. I know you have your, of course, you mentioned you 1/3 owners of the Fit Academy.
Yeah.
Shout out to the other two as well. But you have your own brand, Trinity16. How you come about with that?
So, honestly, the brand name Trinity16 wasn't even my idea. It was actually my cousin's idea. She gave me, she just texted me randomly. It was like, I got a nice idea for like a business name for you. And she said Trinity16. And Trinity, which is synonymous for Trey, which is obviously my name, which means three. And it's my belief as well that people exist in three different ways. They exist physically, they exist spiritually, and they exist mentally as well. So that's where the Trinity part came from. And 1:6 is actually from Philippians 1:6, if anybody here believes in Christianity or the Bible, et cetera, et cetera. Philippians 1:6, I'm going to paraphrase this because I don't know exactly what it says for all my people who know every single scripture in the book.
Right.
But anyway, it paraphrases and it says, he who sees a good work in you will see it through completion. And that's where the slang comes from of completion is a promise. Because whatever goal you have or whatever you want to do, you must see it through completion. Like, once you have a goal, whatever the good work is, whether it's in you, whether it's in somebody else, or the various, aspects of life, completion is a promise. Whatever you set your mind to, you got to go through with it, complete it. You feel me?
Right.
So that's where completion is a promise came from.
That's
Trinity16.
That's so what's the long-term vision you have for the brand?
For Trinity16, really, I would love to, make it a sports performance and fitness brand to where everybody from, somebody's grandma who want to work out or, a D1 athlete wants to work out and, take it to the next level, I can be able to train all of those. And it's also, I really want to create a brand that has a sense of community. People can come together and actually, do something for a cause, whether it's themselves or something bigger than that, whether it's like, the St. Jude's thing that we did or breast cancer awareness or whatever else it is, I really want to create a sense of community and just overall health and wellness. Let people know, like, take care of yourself now, because if you don't, in the long run, it's just going to be harder, especially for my young folks.
Definitely. Health is wealth. Some people don't know that.
Absolutely.
So, do you, with the brand, y'all have this going on here in Farmville, do you look to expand outside of Farmville, different outside of Virginia, or
really,
what you think about?
in the perfect world, that would be nice.
Yeah.
In the perfect world, but right now, I feel like us as the Fit Academy, we're really focusing on, growing this snowball first before we try to, build a snowman in that case. So we're working on this part. We're trying to, accomplish all of our goals, get the traffic through here as well, and really just have an impact. And even if we, can have a large scale impact with this same space right here, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't need 2, 3, 4 locations. If I can have that same amount of impact from one location, I'm fine with that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Cool. So let's get into some knowledge stuff, some fitness stuff, because you certified, correct?
Absolutely.
You got your certification, and let people know that. So that he's legit.
Legit.
He's legit. Just some of the questions I came up with as some people may have. This is something that you may, this is just an opinion question, really. So what's one thing you think people ignore the most when it comes to their health and or working out?
That's actually a really good question, because I think it varies depending on people. Like, you'll see some people who just forget about being disciplined to something. They think they can just go into the gym and, lose 50 pounds in a week. It's not realistic. No. Then you got some people who think like, it's going to take forever. They're doing too much. They're, burning themselves out and things of that nature. And they're forgetting to take care of themselves in order to get to whatever their goal is. So I really don't think there's one answer to that question, because it's so much variety in the amount of people that I see. And honestly, on a week-to-week basis, I may see 10, 15 people But
Right.
everybody's so much different now. I don't really think there's one answer to that question.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Got you. Similar question to that one. What's one thing you think people focus on the most, but it's not as important as they may think it is when it comes to health or working out?
This is a really big one. A lot of people tend to focus on the scale. Like most people that I work with, they want to lose weight, which is fine. And they see a number on the scale for, let's say for round numbers, it says 200 pounds. They're trying to get to 180 or something like that. They may wake up one day and the scale says like 202, and they think they're like doing bad. And that's not necessarily the case.
Right.
Because sometimes your weight can fluctuate a couple pounds throughout the day. That's just how it is. Mm-hmm. Especially for women if they're dealing with bloating and things of that nature. But that's a totally different story. But I think personally, if people just focus on the habits that will produce the outcome that they want, then they'll be more successful instead of just focusing on what that number says or what the end goal says or whether it's complete or not. So if that makes sense.
Yeah. Definitely. That's what's up. So you talk about discipline. So which discipline you think is harder, actually working out or sticking to a meal plan?
Definitely the meal plan. Like honestly, I tell most people who are trying to lose weight, eating is 80% of the battle. Like your diet is 80% of the battle. Working out, coming in here is just like a bonus. That is something that is gonna kind of trampoline you into your goal. But if you eat right, if you go see your dietitian. I'm not a dietitian before anybody try to come at me for this. But if you eat the way that you're supposed to based on what your body needs or whatever your dietitian says, then you can lose weight without working out.
Yep.
But working out makes it that much easier. It makes that process that much more challenging. And when something's more challenging like that and you actually accomplish your goal, it's a lot more rewarding to people. So, I mean, it's definitely a lot more challenging to stick to eating right than working out.
Yeah. So when it comes to your clients and everything, what do you tell them to help motivate them to either stick to a meal plan or stick to their workout plan?
Yeah. So if you set a big goal, I usually like to break it down into steps. Like the big goal is to, let's say, drink a half a gallon of water a day, right? A half a gallon of water may sound like a lot, but really it's not a lot. Because if you just break it down, okay, I'm going to be awake for 16 hours today. Within 16 hours, how many cups do I have to drink per hour to get a half a gallon? And when you break it down into small steps like that, it's a lot easier. And it's like that with everything. Whatever your goal is, if you just kind of break it down into smaller steps, get to this goal first, accomplish that, celebrate that win, use that motivation, go to the next step, and then repeat the process until the end goal is complete. Yeah. That's what's
up. All right, so this is definitely for me as I'm getting up in age and my body is different. Listen, I don't been through a lot in life. So how important is stretching? Before and after workouts.
That's probably the most important thing that you can do. That is one of the easiest things that you can do to take care of your body outside of just getting your sleep, right? A lot of people come to me and they have like random aches and pains, like, oh, my back hurts here, or my knee hurts, or my shoulder hurts, or something simple like that. And I would say about 7 times out of 10, most people just need to stretch. And once they stretch and actively stay like disciplined about stretching on a daily basis, it fixes all of that, just like that. Because some of the unconscious habits that you have, like the way you're sitting right now, if you sit like that all the time, your body's going to get stuck that way.
Yeah.
And if you don't stretch it out, your body's going to get stuck that way. Then you're going to lose range of motion, your ability to do other things in your life, and that can be more of a mental battle than a physical battle. And you just really got to stretch to fix it. So honestly, I would say stretching is like one of the top 3 things that you can do to take care of yourself on a very basic level.
Okay.
Very, very basic level.
So what's the other 2?
The other 2 will, one, get you sleep. I feel like the grind culture today kind of glorifies like getting a minimum amount of sleep. But if you're trying to do something for the long run, if you're trying to, be your best self for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, until the day you die, you must do this every day. This must be part of your lifestyle. Like, there's no way possible that if you're sleeping 3, 4, maybe 5 hours every single night, and you're working 7 days a week, there's just no way that well, I'm not saying it's no way, but it's going to make the process so much harder to stick with and actually get to where you need to go. And it's going to be very hard for you to be maximally effective if you're just always drained, if you're always tired. So I would say sleep is like the number one thing. That's top tier. Nothing will ever top sleep in terms of taking care of your body. And the next thing is just drinking water and eating right. There's no one way to eat right, I would say. Everybody's body needs something different. So your body may need something different than mine. I may need more calories than you. I may need more vitamin B or whatever else, whatever nutritional values that you need. So the top three things, I would say sleep, diet, and then really just staying disciplined and take care of yourself over time.
That's what's up. Dropping them gems. So, you have probably have 10 plus clients. I'm probably lowballing you right now.
That's about right.
But how long do it usually, let's say either a 2-week workout or a month workout, how long do it usually take you to come up with those workout plans?
With the workouts? At this point, is designing a workout program I've done it so much to the point where it's become easy. After you do an assessment of somebody and you figure out what they need, you kind of know how to game plan it just at least for me, I know how to do it off the top of my head because I've had enough experience so far that I know what people need, or if I've seen certain similarities in this person versus that person, what worked for that person may work for this person. Not always going to be the case, but it doesn't take very long to implement or design a program for somebody. Of course, I always alter things because people respond differently to certain exercises and things like that. Some people may not like this exercise or literally just cannot do that exercise because of their physical capabilities. So, I mean, changing the variables is part of the game as well. So it's no one set in stone thing, but it's not that bad.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's why I was gonna ask you, how do you assess every client? Like when they give you a goal that they want to reach, but you don't necessarily know their physical abilities and everything like that.
Yeah, so. Great question. The first thing that I always do is really just talk to the person, see what their goal is for one. So the step one is identify their goal. My personal step two is figure out why they want to get to that goal. They want to lose 30 pounds. Okay, why do you want to lose 30 pounds? Do you not like the way you look? Are you trying to fit some clothes? Are you, trying to compete in a bodybuilding competition? Like what do you like? Why do you want to get towards this goal? And then after that, it's really just picking their brains about their daily habits. What kind of work do you do? Do you work out currently? What do you do when you work out currently? How do you feel when you do certain things like that? And then I've become at least very proficient in watching how people walk, watching how people sit down and stand up, watching how people stand and things like that. And it really can tell you a lot about what their body can and cannot do if you just look at their posture, look at how they move. So have them do various movements, like have them do a squat, have them, hold a plank or do a lunge or something like that. And if you see that they struggle with it or they're very good at it in whatever way, you take note of that and then put in your program, this is what they need to do to improve, or this is what they're really good at, so we can kind of make this a little bit better, et cetera, et cetera. So that's usually what a fitness assessment looks like. Me asking a bunch of questions about their health history, their lifestyle, what are their goals, why those are their goals. And really that just sums it up about like the outline of it. Everything that comes in between is pretty much based on how they respond to whatever I ask them or whatever I see, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yep, definitely does.
Yeah.
And this this next question is like a personal one for me, because I've looked up which one to do first, but I get varied answers, so asking you too. So which one is best to do first, cardio or the actual workout?
It depends. It depends on your goal, really. If you're going to go in the gym that day, and let's say you're about to go lift some heavy weight, I would prefer you not to do your cardio first, because by the time you get to your weightlifting, you're going to be kind of gassed out.
Right.
Could you facilitate some type of cardio training before like your weightlifting and still have an effective strength training session? Yes, absolutely. You could do like a dynamic warm up for like 10 to 15 minutes and kind of extend it a little bit, break a sweat, get your heart rate up, because really that's all cardio is. Getting your heart rate up and then keeping it in a certain zone for a specific amount of time. You can do that doing a dynamic warm up. But if your goal is really just to get fit, like you're not looking to be a elite athlete or do anything crazy in terms of goals, like lose 100 pounds or something like that, like you can do cardio before your workout, as long as you're not going to go over here, run yourself in the dirt, and then expect to come over here and max out squatting. Like, nah, you can't do that. It's just not going to work.
Oh, no. I learned that lesson.
But, I mean, it really just depends on each person once again. Like some people can handle that. Like with my athletes that I work with, oh yeah, you're absolutely doing cardio before we go lift these weights. I expect that out of you. But somebody who's 50, 60 years old who really just want to be able to function and move around in their house and play with their grandkids, they don't need to do that.
Right.
So it just depends on who you're working with and what their goal is.
Gotcha, yeah, because I've heard it before, like, you know, doing a cardio after. I've heard, like, they say if you, I'm not sure where I got this from. It was either when I looked it up or maybe, you know, people in the gym at Longwood or something like that. It was like, if you do your cardio after, like that workout that you did was pretty much like a waste of time because you're not really gaining the muscles that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I've read some research that go both ways, but I feel like no matter what the topic is, you're going to find research that can go both ways. Okay. I've read some research that say you should do your cardio and your strength training at least 6 hours in a different time. So maybe if you do your strength training at 12, you wouldn't do your cardio till like 6 or something like that. And that has shown to be effective in terms of gaining strength and also not losing muscle size. So if somebody who's trying to get real big and bulky, they're not going to lose muscle size if they space out their cardio and their strength training or something like that. But I've also seen some strength training that couples both of them, like CrossFit, like they literally do cardio while they're doing their strength training. When I personally work out myself, if I keep my rest set short, I'm still getting that cardio because I'm keeping my heart rate up in a specific zone for a specific amount of time. So there are ways to couple cardio and strength training all into one. It's just the matter of how you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So, yeah, 2 more questions for you.
Yeah.
So what's the memorable client success story that you have?
Oh, really? I think the most recent one that I have is shout out to Nelly. If you see this, shout out to you, Nelly. But me, Tim, and Moon, we started working with Nelly. She is one of our clients that's just really just trying to get in shape. Just like one of our first clients that we had here. She came to a boot camp one day that was free. And, you know, she always talks about us to this day. She's like, man, like, I came to that first boot camp and y'all tried to kill me. I won't come back and this and that. And here we are 3.5 months later. She has not missed a workout. She works out 3 times a week. She went from completely sedentary, meaning not working out at all, eating bad. She completely changed her lifestyle in terms of, you know, eating better and then working out 3 times a week without missing a workout for 3.5, maybe going on 4 months straight. And she's down over 40 pounds now. So that's probably my most recent success story of a middle-aged lady going from sedentary to active 3 or 4 times a week and losing 40 pounds. That's a big win. That's like a huge win because that's not an easy task to do. Like, we really be having her in here working. Yeah. She'll tell us all the time, look, y'all plotting on us trying to get my life insurance money and all this other stuff. I'm like, nah, we're not trying to kill you. You know, we're pushing you to your limit because we know you can do that. Yeah. And really, she kept coming back. She's been mentally disciplined about everything. She's been physically disciplined about, you know, getting her workouts in, drinking her necessary water, and, you know, eating better than what she was before. So she's won in every aspect, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, anybody that like work out, if it's not regularly or just at least worked out before, y'all know how it's a struggle.
It definitely
just
is.
Taking a week off of working out. So from her just not working out at all to, you know, 40 pounds down 3 months later, that's amazing.
That's huge.
You know what I'm saying? So last question.
Yeah.
What is your motivation to keep doing what you do? What's your purpose in life?
That's a great question because I feel like I have many purposes, to be honest. But if one thing I really feel like is impact. I feel like I like to see people actually get to their goal and actually feel excited and accomplished about something, because nowadays, at least people in our age group, they tend to be very pessimistic, or they tend to be very condescending towards others and their goals. And, you know, if they don't do it their way, then they're wrong for that. I tell people all the time, look, you're not here to impress me. This journey is all about you. So really, I love having that impact on people to where they come back to me and they're like, man, I'm feeling better than ever. You know, I don't hurt this way no more. Or, you know, I done lost 40 pounds and this is so great. You guys have been nothing but good to me, et cetera, et cetera. Those things really mean a lot to me, you know. Having people be able to function better as just a human being, or perform at a higher level in whatever their sport of choice is. Things like that really keep me going, because it's like I can do that for so many people, to the point where making their goals happen makes my goals happen. Because, you know, they're always going to keep coming back to me. I have that impact with them. You build that relationship with people, and that's what really matters the most.
That's what's up.
Absolutely.
I respect it. So yeah, so you know, with that was the last question. This is Unfiltered Spotlight.
I was filtered.
He was filtered. You know, but you wanna lead them with a last message, or your social, how they can reach you and everything like
Absolutely.
that.
Absolutely. So once again, my name is Brandon Scott. I do go by Trey, if you know me. I am 1/3 owner of the Fit Academy and full owner of Trinity16. You can find me on Instagram at Trinity16 with 2 underscores. That's TRINITY 16 2 underscores. And you can find the Fit Academy at thefitacademyva on Instagram as well. And then also you can find Brandon Moon and Tim Edmonds. You can find their profiles as well if you want to look into their training. You can find us at 2022? I don't even know the address. 2202. I don't even know the address.
I read it when I was sitting outside.
But our address is 2202B West 3rd Street in Farmville, Virginia. If you don't even know your street names, but you are from Farmville, it's right across from Merck's. You can find us literally right across the parking lot. So yeah, hit us up if you really want to get to like your fitness goals, or really just want to be a better you, no matter what it is. Come check us out. Every Saturday we have boot camp classes, 10 a.m. It's free of charge. All you gotta do is show up and do the work. It's that simple. All right.
Simple. Yo, so don't make no excuses. Make sure y'all hit the Fit Academy up. Y'all guaranteed to get results.
For sure.
Once again, this is Unfiltered Spotlight. We are Unfiltered Brothers. Y'all can make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel as well, and listen to our regular podcast, pretty much anywhere you can listen to podcasts. But with that, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and I'm out here.
All right, peace.